Few Americans understand just how great the Great Lakes really are. Describing them is like trying to capture the magnitude of the Grand Canyon in words alone. It can't be done. You simply have to see them to believe them. Unlike the Grand Canyon, the majesty of the Great Lakes isn't immediately apparent. The lakes don't open before you in a single sweeping view. Their immensity fully unfolds only for those who navigate their waters. The rest of us are left with statistics, analogies, and comparisons to try to comprehend their enormity. How big are they? In terms of volume, these 5 lakes, west to east, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Erie, and Lake Ontario. Great Lakes school children learn the acronym HOMES, H-O-M-E-S, hold more than 80% of North America's freshwater and more than 20% of the world's. If you could empty the Great Lakes over North and South America, you would flood the land in a foot of standing water. Another perspective. If you stand on any of the Great Lakes shores and look across, at most points it's impossible to see the far shore. This has nothing to do with atmospheric visibility. They're simply so vast that the Earth's curvature renders the port cities across the water invisible, even on the clearest days. When you're sailing in the middle of Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, or Lake Huron, you cannot see either shore. You might as well be bobbing aimlessly in the middle of an ocean, lost as can be, which must be how many Great Lakes victims felt before their boats disappeared. When Alexis de Tocqueville, the Parisian aristocrat and polymath, traveled to the United States in the 1830s to write his famed treatise, Democracy in America, he was most awestruck by the Great Lakes. This lake without sails, this shore which does not yet show any trace of the passage of man, this eternal forest which borders it, all that, I assure you, is not grand in poetry only. It's the most extraordinary spectacle that I have seen in my life. And de Tocqueville was describing Lake Erie, the smallest of the 5. Collectively, the 5 lakes cover a surface area equal to that of Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Maine, the whole of New England, plus the state of New York. Lake Superior alone, the largest and deepest of the Great Lakes, spans 160 miles north to south and 350 miles east to west, forming an area larger than all of Ireland. From outer space, the Great Lakes are North America's most visible topographical feature. Recognizing the importance of the Great Lakes, in 1969, the U.S. Congress created the nation's 6th Maritime Academy in Traverse City, Michigan, on Lake Michigan, the only maritime academy not on the Atlantic, Pacific, or Gulf coasts, so future captains and engineers could learn the mysteries of the lakes and how to navigate them. John Tanner, 75, served as the superintendent of the Great Lakes Maritime Academy, GLMA, for 15 years. The word lake doesn't do them justice, he says. People on the coast don't get it. The Great Lakes don't behave like lakes. They function more like seas, big enough to develop waves which grow as they cross the lakes.